Zellsis, welcome on back. Big day, long day, initial thoughts. Let's get it.
I'm really happy. Obviously Loud is like a very tough opponent. Like, they're never easy. They play like the weirdest comps ever, and they always make it work. Probably shout out Southhawk for being an amazing IGL, and the players that can play those agents as well, very randomly. We knew it was going to be a very hard series. It always is a tough series against Loud. It's never easy. As you said, it's a very long day. But it's just happy that we got over the first playoff match jitters against Loud, and now we get like a little night relief, and then we come back in tomorrow against another tough opponent in Genji.
They gotta stop letting you play split. Like, they keep letting you do it, and you keep smacking them on it, and they never learn their lesson. Why?
I mean, split is just like a really comfortable map for us. Obviously, like, our map pool is very deep, so it's very hard to play us on certain things. And I think a lot of teams now, I think we kind of took like a bit of risks in our map pools and like with our comps and stuff like that. And it like paid off, and like we're very comfortable on almost every map. So it's like, I don't really think we have a bad map. And I think a lot of teams here, they didn't really get a lot of time between like the kickoffs and then like coming to Madrid, and then like obviously travel days are like really rough with jet lag and like getting scrims and preparing and stuff like that. So I think like a lot of the teams are just kind of like really getting like rinsed in a sense, like you have like a wet towel and you're like really like drying it out. I don't know why I said it like that, but I think you could understand what I'm saying. So like people are kind of like playing to their T. Like, it's really playoff time now, and it's like everyone's like letting everything out, and it's obviously very entertaining for fans, but us players and teams over here, we're like you said, we don't get much time. It's match after match after match, and stuff like that. So I think we're just trying to take each match by match, and really focus on like our game and ourselves.
You've mentioned that you are a League fan, right? You grew up watching League of Legends as well, and as did I. If you could hearken yourself to a League player, who do you think you'd be?
Oh man, that's tough. Yeah. That's tough.
I don't want to hear Faker, bro.
No, I'm not gonna say fake. I was thinking like old school, like C9, like with like high balls.
Yeah. Elimination.
That roster's the TSM roster with like Dyrus,
Bjergsen,
Odd One, Bjergsen. Yeah, that's really tough. Wow, that's actually a good question. I've never actually thought about that. My early career, can I like do like two parts?
You can.
Can I be like, my early career, I'd say I was more like a double lift, just kind of like, oh my god, it's gonna sound like I'm shit talking double lift. I promise.
No, I say it. You're good. Yeah.
Kick out of this, but kind of like this egoist, like I'm the best type, like player esque like personality thing. I think that was kind of like my thing. And then like kind of later down, I'm trying to think of like a kind of like a leader figure. I kind of would want to say like High, because I kind of think now, like in my later career, I'm kind of like more mature. Like, I still like troll and have fun, whatever. I'm obnoxious, but like for my team specifically, I'd say I'm more of like kind of like a leader figure, like kind of just like to have fun. So maybe like, yeah, I'd have to say like High, and then double lift for like my first part of my like esports career. Yeah, man, that's a tough one. I'm gonna think about that tonight.
When you used to play though, what role did you play?
Back before, I think it was season 4 I quit, so a long time. I think it was season 4 I quit. I was an ADC main.
Oh my god.
And I was actually Diamond 1 before like when I was still at the peak where it was like Diamond to Challenger. You didn't have all this like extra BS of like Masters and then like the next rank and then Challengers and like all this other stuff. So yeah, that's like old times when I played. So I know times have changed a lot now, but
that's crazy. You were an ADC man. Who'd you main in ADC, dude?
Vayne, Caitlyn,
of course,
Ezreal, Draven, like the usuals. I was very bad at like Corki and like stuff like that. I played Lucian when he came out. I loved Lucian. Stuff like I was a very big Piglet fan actually.
Hell
Uzi,
yeah.
Piglet, Bang, like those kind of players. Now I'm like kind of a big fan of like Hansama, I think his name is, and Berserker on C9. I actually love JoJo
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
on C9 as well now. But I liked his like come up as a mid laner on EG. Yeah, I could go on all day to be
Yeah,
honest.
yeah.
But
I mean, 100%. It's very similar to yours, right? Just like you mentioned, early career, very ego, very I'm better than everybody else. So it's honestly love to see that. Which, oh man, I talked too much about League. Okay, but okay. Actually, staying on the topic too, you guys win champs, and you had the whole League thing going on where they let you design your own gun and your own skin. What would you make, you think, for what gun?
that's tough, man. I'm kind of big on the Phantom again.
Yeah, yeah.
And I would like to have like a main gun skin, not like a shorty type thing, you know, like classic Ghost, Phantom, Vandal, Knife, Op, stuff like that, like main gun skins.
Yeah.
I'm kind of vibing with the Odin, so maybe I'd make like a killer Odin skin, you know, like
Yeah.
I'm kind of loud and like, I feel like I would compare me to an Odin, so maybe
Sure.
like an Odin skin maybe, or like I know people don't mess with like the bulldog as much, so maybe like a bulldog, and I'd be like, oh, I have my own bulldog skin, like, you know.
Yeah.
But I would have, yeah, that's a good question too. Damn, you got some good questions, dude. Like,
Yeah.
making me think.
I'm trying. I'm trying to do my thing,
no,
bro.
this is
I knew
good.
I was.
Yeah, this is like waking me up again. I'm like, wow. Yeah, I'll go with bulldog or Odin. Bulldog
All right.
or Odin.
If you could look back on your career, on like all the way back on Soul Patrol and on Lazarus, bro, looking at the boy back then and looking at you now, what would you tell him?
Don't lose sight of the mission. I think I would tell younger me. I think there was a period in my life where it was kind of dark. Didn't really know what I was doing with my life. Didn't really know what I was doing in esports. Kind of took a turn for the worst. And I kind of like tanked my life for a bit. I won't go into details, but yeah, my life kind of tanked for a bit, for like a long period of time. And then I kind of just like, had like a realization of like, man, what am I doing? Like, I was like just sitting there thinking to myself, like, what am I doing in my life? Like, I'm not doing anything. I'm not pursuing anything. I'm not chasing the dream that I had. And I think I would tell like younger me, like, don't lose focus of like what you want and like the dream you have and like where you come from, where you came from, and where you want to go. That's what I would tell younger me for sure.
That's beautiful, man. I like that. That's beautiful. And final thing for me, man, I was talking to Meteor right before this, and he mentioned that he would be down to trade classics for your match against them. Or would you be down for that?
Oh, 100%. Any people that want to do bets with me, challenges, trade classics, anything, like I'm all for it. If it gets them like activated in the community, creates like a good little like challenge for the community and like other players and stuff, I'm all for it, man. I'm all for like the love in the scene and stuff like that. So I'm gonna have to message him and be like, all right, I'll use like the Genji classic, you use the SEN classic, like,
Yeah.
all right, I'll put my buddy on like my Phantom or something, you do the same, like, you know, like something like that. Like we'll create like a little game with it. Yeah, I'm gonna have some fun with that.
Dude, hell yeah, dude. Love that. Of course, any final words to fans watching and for on your game against Gen T tomorrow?
Just want to say, like, thank you guys to all the fans, all the support. Like, this tournament has been like amazing, and we don't plan on stopping here. Like, no matter what happens in the outcome, obviously the trophy is always the number one, but no matter what happens in the outcome, like, I appreciate it very much for you guys supporting me, my team, the other teams here as well. Like, not only my fans, but like all the fans around the world to other teams, and like supporting esports and our organizations and allowing us to do what we like to do. From the bottom of my heart, thank you, and hopefully we can keep creating some entertaining games for you guys.
All right, hell yeah, brother. That's all for me, man. Thank you again. A pleasure and an honor as always.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Jordan.